Hey guys, Brozan here. Today we're going to do a different kind of video. We're going to do a what does it actually feel like to get started boating? Now, for this video, I've decided to give myself a 1 million gold budget. What that means is very starter boat. I know you're probably thinking 1 million gold, that's a shitload of gold. I wouldn't advise starting on anything less. A lot of people will tell you to start on a large. I'm going to start this video on a carrack. Carracks are 125,000 dubs to register. They are not the end of the world to get started on because you will farm on it for a long time. If you start on a large, like a lot of the common advice suggests, you're going to want to upgrade in the first few hours of playing. A carrack is a good middle ground of power, but not losing a lot when you sink. So I've given myself 1 million gold budget. Super fast, I'm going to go over the boat stats. That way your buddies can tell you, hey, this is actually a newbie boat. I know you're not going to know a lot about what this means, but I just want to give you an idea of what a very early boat looks like. So this boat I'm currently running with a 5.5 minute greater cooldown, a 1.5 minute lesser. That means I'm going to focus heavily on firing my lesser first always. I've tried to get wake down as much as I can with crew. I'm using unleveled crew, something that you're going to do the first few times you go out. And it's also a reason that you're going to want to level your crew very fast. You're going to notice that their hit points go down very quick. For the purpose of this video, I'm running 3 veteran hedge mages and 2 veteran pilgrims. Uh, Realistically, it doesn't matter so much as long as you're getting some wake scale and some greater cooldown reduction. I'm using low level crew just to show you what that very first time on the water is going to look like. My upgrades are less than 1 million gold with the crew. Explorer, Flawless Iron's a junk upgrade. Arcane Shot. Powder Soak's probably the one that would cost you the most at 100, 200k. The rest of these you could pick up for nothing if you have any friends who boat. If you don't, you should be buying these for like 50k each. You can go out and ship, buy, sell. Just don't buy it from Noto. That's kind of a running joke. But seriously, you should be able to find this stuff. Get this exact boat going for less than 1 million gold. My character I'm running today is a tier 11 poisoner. I am running a bot with this loadout. I'm going to be perfectly honest. If you're not running a bot, you're doing things slower than you could be. My bot in this is a tier 10 lyric bard. He's running provocation and necromancy. So I'm going to start my bot real quick. Now I'm going to start my summons as I start moving out. I don't have my hotkeys set up on this. I'm on the test server, so bear with me a little bit. We're going to get our necromancy bar up. Spyglass. Alright, that's a good example of a boat. Or Griever Galleon. Galleons are something that as a new boater you're generally going to avoid. We're going to fight this one just so you can see how bad it hurts my crew. Let's get up my summons because we would definitely not want to engage without summons. As a new boater, I strongly recommend taking an Earth Elemental. They will get in melee and take some of the damage away from your crew. As you get better crew, you would not run Earth Elementals. You'd run as much damage as you possibly can. Tell your pets to all guard, because pets targeting sucks on the water. Generally, it's just a giant pain in the ass. So you want to all guard. And let's go engage in this boat. We're going to set our targeting mode to accuracy. You'll almost never switch it off of this. Just know that that's what we're setting it on. A galleon is the hardest boat on the water to engage. So it's going to be a big boat. It's going to have 2 sails. When we approach that boat, we're going to use all 3 of our cooldown abilities. And as soon as it is less than 25% on sails or guns, we're going to attempt to board it. So I'm going to start moving up on the boat. Get right next to it. We're going to wait our 5 seconds to make the broadside bonus, as I like to call it. Once we've waited 5 seconds, we're going to target right on the sails midship. As it's doing damage, I'm going to be ticking out my poisons. We do not want to do cross ship damage. It's a waste of mana. We're going to use our flat cannons. Again, we're going to target the middle of the boat. I don't have my spells set up here, but I would cast a mass curse here. And you can see my crew's already taking damage. Waiting on that cooldown. Target middle of the boat. We're going to pull away because the boat's damaged a little bit. We're going to sit here and we're going to wait on our cannons to come back up. Our bot's going to repair our sails for us. And this is why I said galleons are the hardest things to engage on. So we're going to go back to it. We've got our cannon cooldown up. You can see they're shooting at us while we're moving. We're not taking as much damage from being shot. Fire towards the middle and pull off again. I'm going to do it again. This is very hard using the gump after I've gotten used to hotkeys. We're going to stop. We're going to fire on the middle of the boat. You can see we're still not at 25%. So we're going to pull off again. The reason we're backing off like this is we don't want to take more damage to our hull and guns than we have to. Cannons are back up, so we go back in. Stop. Target center of boat. You'll notice if you've ever watched any of my other videos, this isn't how you play at endgame. At endgame, you roll up, you shoot 2 abilities, and you board, no matter the size of the boat. Sometimes 1 ability. But as you're getting started, you have to do this dance on big ships. And it's why you'll hear a lot of people suggest just don't even engage galleons. But I wanted to show you how hard it is. We're going to fire our arcane shot. We're going to get our poisons on. We're below 25% guns, so we're going to attempt the board here. We did board, so wall guard me for the pets. Get everything poisoned. You can see our crew's health is falling as they're taking damage. Alright, crew's dead. Looted up. I strongly suggest bringing a skinning knife for looting. It just makes life easier. See, now all the corpses are open and you don't have that object delay. We're on test. I'm going to loot just to show you how long we'll be sitting here looting. Send our crew and our pets back to the other boat. You can see that took me 23 seconds to pick up all the loot, and I got a pretty good stack of gold. My bot is actually looting for me. You won't see it because that's that's an upgrade or an update I haven't released yet. So the enemy ship's dead. We're probably out of combat window, so we're going to sit here. We're going to repair our hull. I'm going to make sure my bot's working because I think I might have crashed it. Generally, you do not want to sit right next to a boat and repair. Sometimes you do. If you're doing that, you're going to constantly be spamming your spyglass and make sure no one catches you sitting here repairing. So we're going to get our sail, we're going to get everything back up. And you can click on this Tillerman to see how much health is left on a ship. You can see it's still got it's 3,500 hits left. So we're going to jump back over to the ship, use our rope, target ship, recall our boarding and our pets. So it's just us on the ship now and our bot. He'll leave on his own. And I'm going to start dropping bombs. Generally, I would actually have bombed earlier, but for demonstration purposes more than anything. You see our bomb went off. We've done 1,000 more damage to the ship. Drop another bomb. We're going to go back. And at the same time, we're going to launch an ability to get it to sink faster. And if you've watched any of my videos, this is pretty slow. But we already made 5,000 gold. All that loot that gets stuck in our ship hold. And 10,000 dubs for sinking this in 10 minutes. And this is a brand new ship that you can get on for less than 1 million gold. It is extremely valuable. So it's time to pick a new target. Let's talk about target selection. You saw how long it took me to kill that galleon. So you really want to be targeting small, medium, and large ships before you're established, especially until your crew's leveled. You could see how much damage my crew took, and that was a humanoid ship. I've talked in my other videos about how you never, with unleveled crew, want to engage on a monster type ship that is over a large size. I wouldn't even engage on a large demon ship with this current boat. So we're going to get out here. We're going to find another boat to fight. We're going to look for, let's go on this large explorer. Explorers are human types. They're gray. Because we have a bot, he's going to start attacking that ship as soon as we get in range. So they might as well be red. But we're going to go over here. Remember what we do. First thing we do, duck in, fire off our ability, see where our health is on the boat. You see we did about 25%. We're going to fire off our flat cannons. And we're going to sit still so we get that not moving bonus while they go off. As soon as the damage is in, we're going to pull off. Cannons are coming back up off cooldown, so we're going to move back in. Fire in the center of the boat. Move back out. You can see we're at about 33% now. Move back in. And if you remember, I sank that galleon earlier with my regular cooldown ability. And I'm paying for it right now because I don't have that to do damage to the ship. Alright, so we've got it at about 25%. We're going to attempt our board. Got to be a little closer. You can see why we run bots. Bot is definitely doing work here. My crew's getting low on hit points. Gotta get the poison off of them. We're gonna loot. I'm not gonna sit here and make you sit through me looting another ship, but recall. Jump back. I'm gonna see where we are on the cooldown window for repairs. We got 22 seconds. We're just going to sink this ship. We're not going to wait on that. Drop bombs. Make sure we don't leave our bot on the boat. And we're ready to fight another ship. There's a small tide caller. We're going to move towards it. Now, we're not going to get right on that tide caller because we've got something else we need to do. You could see our hull's at 75%. We need to stop and repair. And you're thinking, oh, I've got to do more sitting around. This is why the meta is to double tap and engage. We're not there yet. This is a new boat. So we're going to sit still. We're going to repair as we get closer to this boat. And I sailed to the wrong side of the island. Which doesn't matter because we're going to sit still and repair anyway. We got 18 seconds on our combat window. I reloaded my cannons while I was talking. Alright, we don't want to get too close because we don't want to accidentally engage with the boat. You're going to be spamming your spyglasses. You should be hitting it between every 6 and 10 seconds. So me and the bot are repairing. This is another reason you should bring a bot. I hate to say that. I don't like bots. I'm the public release of the bots, but I don't like that we have to use them. I'd prefer you got this functionality out of something else. But you can see the bot's repairing, so am I. It's saving half the time. So we're going to go up. We're going to engage on this ship. This is a small. One of the reasons that you've heard me saying we should engage with smalls, watch how much damage my cannons do on this one. So you can see just arcane shot did half the damage. We're not going to dance around on this one because it's a small. The cannon fire, frankly, isn't going to hurt us that much. Can't see through that spam. We got about 33%. We're going to shoot it one more time. I'm saving my regular cooldown for our next boat. I know that I can do this with our regular cannon fire. Tide Caller's dead. Loot it. Aggressive loot on test server is amazing. Recall boarding and mark followers. Loot the hold. Our bot's stuck in a loop because he thinks there's other combatants here. Loot the hold, embark. Shoot the ship until it sinks. I could have used a bomb there, but I know it's only going to take 2 shots, so I'm going to spend some time healing my crew instead. Cannons are back up. We're going to use them. Ship's down. We're going to move out and select a new target. Whoops. Did not mean to select a new target that fast. We have all our abilities up. We're going to engage. I want to show you something first, though. We're going to look at our crew. You can see they've been gaining loyalty. These guys half leveled. Whenever he gets to 100, we will level him up. He will become stronger. He'll get more health, get more stats, and he'll increase our ship stats. There's definitely a goal. Get on this ship. This is a harder ship. This is a monster type, and it's a carrack. It's one of the things that I told you not to engage on. We've shot our flak cannons. We're going to back off. Wait on our cooldowns. Go back in. Get him to stop. Center mast. I'm going to start poisoning because I believe our arcane shot's going to cut him down to 25%. Get our poisons on, get our mass curse. The AFC change it, gets rid of all poison. Now fire our arcane shot. Try to board. Clean up the crew. Assuming you know how to PVM, I'm not going to explain how to kill targets. As you can see, area stuff is very good against boats. They all have lots of crew members. You see my crew's taking damage. This is why I say not to engage on monster types. Tide callers are going to be weaker of the monster types, in my opinion. They don't poison, they don't do bleeds, and they don't do a lot of area damage except the sorcerers. Gonna heal our pets. Everything's dead. We're gonna loot. Recall boarding. Drop a bomb. Go back. Our bot's broken again. Gonna shoot it. Go back over. Drop another bomb. Recall everybody back. Shoot it again. I've used 2 bombs. You're thinking, wow, that's expensive. I'm getting 7,000 dubs to sink this. I know it doesn't need another bomb because it's only got 100, so I'm just going to wait out the cannon fire. Cannon fire it down. Select a new target. And that's pretty much it. Eventually we will get to that point where we can get these crew all the way done. You saw that we got a little yellow message that said crew contract gained. See this guy? That's a crew contract. We're going to go in, we're going to dock, and we're going to look and see what we got. And we're on test, so if I got something good, I'm going to throw my monitor. Whenever you're finished, you're out, you've done all your PVM, you've dumped all your gold to your hold, you're typically going to dock at a private dock master. We're on test. I don't have a house placed, so I'm going to dock at a public. No, we're going to be repairing too usually. I don't care as much about this boat because I'm never going to drive it again. But we'll be repairing anytime we get below 80%. So we're going to a public dock master. That means that all the loot from our hold's going to fall at our feet if we don't use a shipping crate. So we're going to dock, ship, shipping crate. We'll send it back to our house. I don't own one on here, but shipping crate sends it to our house, and then we're going to hit dock ship. Now the ship's on the dockmaster. We talked about those crew contracts that we got. Let's see what we got. Did we make all the money? So get my bot out of the way. We're going to see the salvage foreman. We're going to hit salvage. And we got a master fisherman and a veteran gunner. The rest of the stuff on here is just junk that I was testing with. Double click those NPCs to see what they are. Yeah, this was a pretty decent fisherman. So we made money on this trip. This fisherman would sell to somebody doing a fishing boat. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Reach out to me on Discord, post a comment here. Tell me what you want to see me talk about. I've been boating for many, many months now, so I tend to forget what it was like getting started until someone says, hey, how did this happen? So give me some advice on what else you guys would like to see, and I'll make a video about it. Thanks, everybody.